Thank you so much for staying with us. This is Politics Tonight, where we dig beyond the headlines. And tonight, we're discussing politics of ministerial nomination with the chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, in Benue State, Austin Agada. All right, comrade. Now, some of the ministers designate are in their 30s. What does this tell us about the president's plan for youths?
Pardon?
All right, so I said many, or rather, most of the minister designates are in their 30s. What does this tell us about the president's plan for youths?
For youths?
Absolutely.
For youths?
For youths, for young Nigerians.
Okay. You can see from the list of the ministerial nominee, you'll notice that majority are young people within the age of 40. You even have someone that is 36 years old. It tells inclusiveness for the youth, that the era of saying the youth are the future of tomorrow is gone. That the youth, our future starts now. So you can see the number of people that have been nominated as ministers. You have 42, you have 41, you have 36, and count it. So I feel it's a welcome development. It has never been so. We've never had it as a youth. As a people, we've never had it this good. So I endured all youths of the Federation, irrespective of tribe, religion, to come out en masse and give a solidarity march for this very decision of Mr. President.
So, comrade, what does this tell us about the plan of the president for the youths?
The president has been explicit about his plans for the youths, and you can see, starting from the ministerial nominee, like I said, you see that most of those that are enlisted are young people. And of course, portfolios will be given to them, and those various departments will be manned by them. They would also bring out programs and policies that would also help the Nigerian youth. The president has also promised that in his time as president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that he will bring a lot of soccer and ensure that he takes Nigerians out of the youths out of the streets, especially the unemployed. So we'll be waiting for those policies to be implemented. For us, you can see even the school, his advancement towards education in the country already yielding results for the Nigerian youths, where loans will be given to people irrespective of whoever. What is important is that there is money for you to be educated, that you can go to school, whether loan, whether anything, but that you were able to access these loans to go to school speaks a great volume, and it will reduce all the social vices you see in this country. So it's a welcome development, and I believe that more are yet to come.
Okay, so how critical will you describe the involvement of youths in his cabinet? Did you get my question?
How do I what?
How critical will you describe the involvement of youths in his cabinet?
Yes, it is very pertinent and important, because for me, I have a scenario where, or I have a story from him where he said, no, look, for me, I'm this age, I need young people to come on board. I want them to use their energy to build this country and all of that. I want them to do this. You know, they can tower around, you know, and they have the energy, they have the strength. So I believe that the involvement of youth in his government will go a long way in also helping him to arrive at the promises he has given to Nigerians. So, and he has started already from the number of appointments or the nominations he have done.
All right. Now, the Senate has commenced screening of the nominees. How impressed are you about the exercise?
Yes, the screening started today, and I was on my way from Benue coming, so I did not really watch, but I saw, at least from the little this thing I was going through on the internet while coming, I saw the process being thorough. I saw questions being thrown at nominees, and I saw them brilliantly answering those questions, and it was not an issue of taking a bow and leave. I saw them doing their legislative function in ensuring that they are thoroughly screened and they know what they are coming to do, you know, from their CVs and their qualification. So I think the Senate means business and the government also means business.
So the Senate promised earlier that it will no longer be business as usual, as there will no longer be bow and go. But will you say the exercise conformed to this?
Yes, that's exactly what I am saying. From what I have seen so far, I want to say that I'm impressed, because hardly did I see a nomination or a nominee saying take a bow and leave. I think the only person that was not thoroughly, I think it was Senator Kyari from Brunu, you know. I noticed a write-up where they say he should take a bow and leave, maybe considering the fact that he was a distinguished senator, or colleagues, like once a senator is always a senator. That's the belief. So, but I also know that most these things were thoroughly thought, and that is why you see that only 14 they were able to screen, just only 14 today, and they will continue tomorrow. So normally, if it's before, you know, you would have said maybe every nomination would have been over by now. But I think they took their time, one after the other, to be on one page with, because they would also be the executive that would be interfacing, and the oversight functions of the legislative will also be carried to them. So I think what they are doing is in the best interest of the country.
All right. So, Comrade, how confident are you about the ability of the nominees to help the president deliver on his renewed hope agenda?
I am confident, considering their track record. Like I told you, like I said, or like I said earlier, that the president is not just someone that just sits and people go work for him and bring results. He is a thorough manager. That is to say, he gives duty, he supervises those duties, and he controls those duties to ensure that the maximum use of it is made. So I'm confident that it is not just about, like I said in my earlier speech, that if you like, bring 1,000,001 technocrats. Once the head is not prepared for that, then you'll be in a sorry state. But our president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is well prepared for this job. And I know very well that he will not in any way tolerate any form of laziness or this. And if you are not ready for the job, he will put you out. That's simple, because he doesn't even sleep. You can see from the policy so far. So I know very well that he's really prepared for this job.
All right, so Comrade, I mean, these nominees do not have portfolios yet, but do you think that will allow us assess their capabilities?
Yes, I'm sure that the portfolio will come from their field of study, you know, so that at the end of the day, and that is why most of the questions thrown by the senators today during their screening was also from their CVs and their field of study. So I believe that it will not be far-fetched from that, except where somebody have been proven to be good in another field, then maybe such person can be taken to such field to give his best. But if you see in line with what the president have done, you'll notice that he went through the CVs himself to have nominated them as minister nominee. So I'm confident that when the portfolios eventually come out, that they would live up to their responsibility or to the expectations of the Nigerian people.
So what do you think Nigerians should do to help the nominees deliver?
To help the nominee deliver? And support. Because one thing I know about Nigerians is that they are always willing to support. If you want them to support you in the bad direction, they'll support you in the bad direction. If you want them to support you in the good direction, they'll support you in the good direction. They are patient enough. That I know about Nigerians. So what I want Nigerians to do for the minister nominee is prayers and support. Not just for the minister nominee, and even the president and every government functionaries of the country. Because we have seen that this government is prepared and is ready to ensure that they right the wrongs and bring us to the path of development, progress, and prosperity.
All right, so let's go back to your state, Benue. Governor earlier has sent a list of 14 commissioner nominees to the State House of Assembly. Tell us more about this, as we're yet to know their identity.
Yes, he has met the constitutional requirement by sending the list through the Speaker to the Benue State House of Assembly, and we are hopeful that the Speaker in his plenary would also read out these names and eventually start the screening of this commissioner nominee. So we are hopeful and we are waiting for it to be earnestly done.
So the new administration is 2 months old. How will you describe the journey so far?
Yes, it hasn't been easy because you know that from where we have found ourselves as a state, even the nation, we are still picking our pieces together and putting it, believing that we'll do our best since we have promised that we are going to do these things. Under oath, the president has sworn. The president is a man of his word. The governor have also sworn. The governor is a man of his word. And I'm sure that what they need now is prayer, patience, and support. And I know very well that 2 months is not good enough to start judging them. But like my people would always say, that when you see a Saturday, you can tell what the Sunday will be. So from what we have seen so far, we know they are prepared in ensuring that they don't fail the people.
All right, so how would you react to this accusation from some group indicating that the recent appointments the governor made toward the old line of denying Zone C the position of the SSG and maybe raising a red flag?
Yes, when they say denying the Zone C, the office of the SSG, I don't understand what they mean, because no ethnic group is born for only a particular position. The governor made 2 appointments on that day. He made the SSG. He made the SSG and head of service, which of course is a carrier. The head of service is an Igede man that comes from the Benue South Senatorial District, otherwise known as Igede Idoma extraction. Then you have the SSG that came from the Tiv extraction. Ordinarily, even me as a person, as a party chairman, I would have wished that they give us the SSG. But reason best known to them or to the governor, he said he felt that the head of service should be from this axis and the secretary to the government of the SSG secretary to the state government should come from this axis. It's strictly his own listing, and he has the reasons for that. But for me, it is laughable when you see them crying, because they have the opportunity of even sitting down with the governor. How many times have they even come to sit down with the governor? You don't see them. Honestly, they don't participate. They only try to make this thing out of it. It's most unfortunate that they behave like this. So you see them, they have the opportunity, all through the electioneering of the governor, going around and campaigning. Tell me, let them tell you one of them that came to support the governor or that went around. This set of so-called elders today, they are the reason why we are where we are as a people. It's not unfortunate, but I have to say it. You need to come to Benue South Senatorial District to see what I'm saying. The entire community is at a standstill. The economic situation is at the lowest. The roads are totally bad. It has become an eyesore. And you keep wondering that is this a place where these eminent Idoma sons are from? So the thing is most unfortunate. Honestly, let me seize this opportunity. The truth about it, we must tell ourselves the truth. We believe that the younger generation of the Benue South Senatorial District are doing everything possible to make up for these things the elders have cost us. It is only where we try to relate to these people that we can get our fair share of what belongs to our zone.
All right,
as
comrade.
the party chairman, I come from that zone. I know what I went through. They don't believe in it, even in me as the party chairman. They don't attend meetings. You can't see them. And so how do you now complain when you are not there when issues are being discussed? Let me seize this opportunity to painfully, honestly, without a doubt, apologize to Mr. President, our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, who is the leader of our party, Senator Dr. George Akume, to please not take that verbal issued by those elders as anything to go by. Look at the relationship, long-standing relationship of our people and the Nigerian state and the people in our state, Benue, and do everything humanly possible to support and ensure that we get our fair share of not just appointment, but also developmental thing. The roads in Benue South is totally in a mess and shambles.
One final question I would like to ask you. One final question I would like to ask you is, can your governor really solve the problem of insecurity in Benue State?
Can he?
Can your governor really solve the problem of insecurity in Benue State?
Absolutely, yes. Yes, of course. Like I said, like I've always said, the issues were more politically motivated than the reality on ground. But I believe, with the sincerity of the government in this regard, that the problem of the Haida farmers' crisis will soon be a thing of the past. And also other crises within the state, communal crisis. The other day you saw where communities, even in Benue, went attacking themselves. So the situation goes beyond these issues of Haida farmers' crisis. There are other little issues within the Benue enclave that we are doing everything humanly possible with the support and prayers of the people and the eagerness of the governor in ensuring that these things are solved and people are resettled back to their homes.
All right. Thank you very much. I've been speaking with Comrade Austin Agada, is the chairman of the All Progressives Congress in Benue State. Thank you very much for coming on Politics Tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you.